Hello, happy Friday, everybody. Meteorologist Jim Dickey back with you here on a chilly Friday morning. I hope you're staying warm wherever you are. Temperatures here across southwest Florida, the lowest we've seen so far this season by far. In fact, it's been a long, long while since we've had a morning this chilly across the area, across the Gulf Coast. Punta Gorda fell to 49 degrees at the airport. Haven't been that chilly since last February, the 22nd. That's sort of the theme here. Fort Myers, the morning low of 52. Haven't seen that since February 26th. Naples, 53. Have to go back to February 25th to find a morning that chilly. So the last time we saw numbers like this was in a cold stretch, really the last true cold stretch we had at the end of last February. And I say so far because, of course, as we go through the remainder of the fall here, as we head into winter, we have chillier mornings than this on tap. But we have a chillier morning on tap tomorrow. We'll take a look at that in just a moment here. You know, these spots a little closer to the coast, actually a little warmer than the truly chilliest of the chilly spots out there this morning. Take a look at this. Did a search through some of the temperature data. Here are your cold spots in southwest Florida. There's sort of a theme here. North and inland areas. Interior Lee County, DeSoto County, interior Charlotte, and up into Glades. That's where those numbers really fell. Palmdale, 42 degrees this morning. The Orange Groves out by Joshua fell to 43. In Buckingham, down to 45. Nocatee, 45 degrees here too. So you definitely needed those heavier jackets early on this morning. The good news is we are starting to see those temperatures rebound as we expect going forward through the remainder of the morning. No longer seeing any 40s on the map here at this hour. As I record this just before 9 a.m., we're back at 53 in Arcadia and LaBelle. We're pushing 60 in Cape, 58 right now Everglades City. We'll keep warming things up going forward from here. Yeah, you know, you're feeling the chill, but also the air that has moved over us is very, very dry. Look at the water vapor satellite presentation. That the edge of the very dry air mass marked in orange in this type of satellite presentation. That has pushed all the way south to Cuba. The air bone dry across the entirety of the Florida Peninsula. So we're going to see plenty of sun today. That's going to try to heat things up, but this is going to help to keep it feeling pretty cool all day long. We still have that broad northerly flow, basically behind or on the eastern side of high pressure, strong high pressure building in the middle of the country, and behind that cold front that continues to depart out to the south. It's that north-northwest wind that continues to transport this chilly air. See those temperatures there, 38 Jackson, 38 Atlanta, 37 Memphis. That chilly air continues to flow right down the Florida Peninsula, just sort of reinforcing our cool conditions here. And we'll keep it breezy throughout the day too. Winds will pick up into the afternoon. These are your gusts. Gusting 15, 20 miles per hour out of the north and northwest. Those winds will have sort of a bite in them too. You're going to feel that chill continuing to flow in. 20, 25 mile per hour wind gusts 3 and 4 o'clock. So while yes, I think we get back to the 70s, it's going to feel like the 60s out there. And we keep those breezy conditions in place right on into and through the evening. So all around, a nice day today. It's one of those days, those classic sort of winter days here in southwest Florida where you stand out in the direct sun in the middle of the afternoon. It feels pretty good. It feels pretty warm. As soon as you get into the shade, you notice that the air is still awfully chilly. And yeah, especially once we get past the mid-afternoon, past 2, 3 o'clock, the sun begins to fall. Temperatures fall from there very, very quickly. So take a look here. This is how temperatures will trend as we work through the rest of the afternoon into and through the evening. There's more or less your highs in the mid to low 70s. By 7 o'clock, we're already seeing some spots dip into the 50s. So if you're heading out and about this evening, you have outdoor plans this evening, you're going to want to bring the coats with you as we cool down quickly. Here we go. By sunrise tomorrow morning, our models have much of the area in the 40s. Extends the 40s all the way to the Cape, to Estero. Barely hanging on to the 50s across Collier County. Similar to today, we do bounce back, although temperatures running a few degrees below this afternoon's highs. Our models barely have us into the 70s in spots like Punta Gorda, Cape Coral, Estero. Keeps us in the 60s, Arcadia, and Clewiston. I don't think it's out of the question. A few spots don't get out of the 60s tomorrow. And then it's going to be similarly chilly Sunday morning. The winds die down too, and that's a factor here. You know, what are the perfect conditions for temperatures to fall overnight? Very dry air. We have that in place. Clear skies. We'll have that in place. And then calm winds. It's been breezy over the last couple of nights. That is, if anything, propped the temperatures up a little bit. As winds go calm, I think there's another opportunity to fall into the 40s early on Sunday morning. And then we do get back to the 70s by the afternoon on Sunday as a warming trend begins to take hold. Yeah, so how long is this chilly weather going to stick around? I like to think of it with these little cool spells we get here along the Gulf Coast, where you turn on a spigot of cold water, and that's that northern wind you have on the eastern side of this high pressure. As long as we have that spigot turned on, as long as we have that northerly wind going, we're going to keep those temperatures well below average. So we'll see the warm-up once that flow of cold air, once that northern wind comes to an end, and we sort of turn off that spigot of the cold air, cold water. We go on into Saturday, we still have that northerly wind, so it's still chilly. Once we get to Sunday, though, there's your high pressure sliding east to Jacksonville. Now our winds are out of the east. Now we've shut down the flow of chilly air, turned off that spigot of water. Temperatures will start to warm up. Here's how the high temperatures trend going forward then. Yeah, we're in the 70s through the weekend, right back to 80 on Monday, and then we'll keep it in the lower 80s as we go to the middle and late part of next week to Thanksgiving. At this point, Thanksgiving looking good. The one caveat to that, there are some signs in the longer range models that we have another cold front. Some want to bring it in as early as Thanksgiving. Some hold it off until the upcoming weekend. We'll, of course, have plenty of time to sift through that. But bottom line, we get through this current chilly spell by the time we get to early next week. And, of course, throughout this stretch, we'll keep it dry and sunny as well. No rain until that next cold front begins to approach the area. I'll have an update on all of this for you, of course, coming up in just a couple of minutes on More in the Morning at 9. Hope to see you then. And until then, stay warm out there.